Boris Johnson asserted his authority as Prime Minister in the House of Commons today after bitter divisions have begun to emerge between the Westminster government and Nicola Sturgeon over the response to coronavirus. Boris Johnson announced small changes in lockdown measures last night. However, the adjustments will only apply to England, with the First Minister Nicola Sturgeon setting out her own exit strategy for Scotland. This afternoon Mr Johnson said flexibility in the COVID-19 response between the four nations of the UK may be necessary. But asserting his authority as Prime Minister of the whole of the UK, Mr Johnson said that while he was permitting some variations in approach between the four nations, he was in no doubt the country must defeat coronavirus together. Mr Johnson said, "The coronavirus picture varies across the regions and home nations of the United Kingdom. This means it requires a flexible response. Different parts of the UK may need to stay in full lockdown longer. But any divergence should only be short-term. As Prime Minister of the UK, I am in no doubt that we must defeat this threat and face the challenge of recovery together." Ahead of Boris Johnson's Sunday address to the country at 7 p.m, Nicola Sturgeon dubbed the UK government's new plan vague and imprecise. During the Scottish coronavirus briefing on Sunday afternoon, Ms Sturgeon took issue with the UK government dropping their initial message of stay home, save lives, protect the NHS. She argued Boris Johnson was failing to give clarity to Britons with their new message, stay alert, control the virus and save lives. Ms Sturgeon said, "I am not prepared to drop the stay-at-home message. I am particularly not prepared to do it in favour of a message that is vague and imprecise." Ms Sturgeon also defended the Scottish government differing from the intentions of the UK government in their strategy against coronavirus. She continued, "I have a duty to be clear to you about what my message is to you. This is in regards to what you can do and what you can't do. If I said to you my message is to stay alert and you ask does this mean I should stay at home or not, I cannot give you a straight answer. Therefore I am failing in my duty to be clear in terms of what I am asking you to do." Despite the criticism the Prime Minister has faced since speaking to the country on Sunday, in the House of Commons, he emphasised how hard the government was working to strike a balance in the battle against COVID-19. Boris Johnson said, "The UK can, with the utmost caution, gradually begin to rebuild our economy and open our society." The Prime Minister added, "Our challenge now is to find a way forward that preserves our hard-won gains while easing with the burden of lockdown. And I will be candid with the House, this is a supremely difficult balance to strike. There could be no greater mistake than to jeopardize everything we've striven to achieve by proceeding too far and too fast. We will be driven not by hope or economic revival as an end in itself, but by data and science and public health.